Hey students, I think it's so interesting to think about the different jobs that people do and what they need to do those jobs. In a minute, we're going to read another story about exactly that, the types of jobs people do and what they need to do them. But before we do that, I want to review our vocabulary words that we learned this week. Let's see if you can remember them. The first word is equipment. Equipment is special tools that someone uses to do a job. The gardener's equipment in this picture is a watering can and a shovel. Those are the things that he needs to do his gardening. Equipment. The next word is uniform. A uniform is special clothing that workers wear on their jobs. In fact, sometimes people wear uniforms in other places too, like to school or on a sports team. In this picture, the chef is wearing a white chef's coat and a big, tall, white chef's hat. That is a chef's uniform for their job. Uniform. The uniform in this picture reminds me of that story we read the other day, where Abuela Carmen was also wearing a white chef jacket and a tall white chef hat. Uniform. This word is remained. Something that remained in a place stayed there. Remember the big cooking pot that little Juan got from his abuela? It remained on the path and was still there when they went back to find it. Remained. This word is expect. If you think something will happen, you expect it. We talked about what we might expect to find at the beach. Maybe some seashells or sand. Those are things that we expect to be at the beach. This boy knew that there were books in the library. He expected the books to be there. And the last word is utensils. Utensils are tools that we use to cook or eat something. In the picture, the boy is using a fork as a utensil to eat his watermelon. Utensils. Now, let's read a story about workers and more of the tools that they use to do their jobs. This is the front cover of the story. Let's read the title. Workers and their tools. All right. Workers use different tools. This chef chops with a knife. What other tools does a chef use? Up here in the picture, we see a knife, and then here's another tool that a chef might use. Does anybody know what this tool is? It was also in the story we read about little Juan. It's a frying pan. So a chef might use all sorts of things. Two of them are a knife and a frying pan. Interesting. Ooh, look at this worker. Firefighters carry their tools on the truck. They use hoses. That's this thing here with the water squirting out. What other tools do firefighters use? So let's look at the pictures and learn more about firefighters' tools. This picture shows boots. Firefighters need boots to keep their feet safe. This picture shows an axe. An axe is used to chop things. And this is a helmet. You might wear a helmet if you ride your bike too. But firefighter helmets are a little bit different. You can see in the picture that this type of helmet goes down over their eyes. Interesting. I wonder what kind of job will be on the next page. cool. A doctor uses tools to examine patients or to look at patients. A thermometer, that's this right here, tells a person's temperature. And this is just one type of thermometer. There's all sorts of different types. And this up here is a very special tool called a stethoscope. Whoa, that's a big word. A stethoscope is something that people use to listen to your heartbeat. So they can put this part here up to your heart and listen through that part and hear your heartbeat. They can also listen to the way you breathe. I see the doctor using another tool in the picture, a popsicle stick, to see into the back of her mouth. So there's a lot of different tools that doctors use. I wonder what kind of worker will be on the next page. Let's keep reading and find out. Wow. A mechanic fixes cars. He uses a flashlight to look under a car. What other tools does a mechanic use? Over here, they have two more pictures of tools that a mechanic might use. This is a picture of something called a spark plug. This is a tool that a mechanic might use to fix a car. And then this one down here, you may have seen before. It's called a wrench. A wrench is a tool that can be used to fix cars and also other things too. So many different types of tools that people use to do their jobs. We use tools too. What jobs do you do? And what tools do you use? So in these pictures, I see students just like you, and they are doing different things and using different tools. These are pictures of tools that we use in our classroom or for school. Crayons, scissors, and a pencil. Oh, and up here, a ruler. All sorts of different tools that we use to do jobs at school. What do you think about this picture? Let's look closer. What are the kids doing? It looks like they're making some sort of food. And what kinds of tools do you see them using? I see her stirring with a fork. They put the materials in a bowl. But I bet they're going to be using all sorts of other types of tools to make their food. What kinds of jobs do you do? Do you ever help clean a mess? Like maybe sweep something up off the floor? What tools would you use to help clean up the mess? Thanks for listening, and I will see you next time.